不要なトラブルに遭わないように注意してください。こちらは新宿警察署。
So welcome back to Kyū shigai. Finally, we're back here with episode 4, and today we're doing a bit more expansion. I got the itch for building a graveyard because I was doing the City Skylines showdown, and I won, just saying. And I really wanted to sort of get into the groove of building a cemetery. So I built a little one here just to, be able to do a bit of research more into what they look like in Japan and give me some ideas of what I'm looking to do. So around this whole area, not only am I got the cemetery, I'm also building some old town as well. So I'm using a lot of older buildings, some little back streets, shopping alley, that type of thing. Especially in Japan, you do see that a lot. Little alleyways in between houses with restaurants and ramen stations and stuff like that in it. And I really wanted to bring that into this game, and I feel like I did that really well. I hope you really enjoy this video. I really loved making it. It was great fun. I'm sorry I haven't been uploading a lot recently. I have been studying for my A+ exam. I've just done my Core 1, which I passed, and now I'm studying for my Core 2. So what I'm doing is I'm getting a couple of videos ready and uploaded. That will go live, so you're still getting content, because I am aware I've not really updated yourselves on a lot recently, except from the Halloween video that I did, which to be fair I recorded quite a while ago, and then of course the cemetery build for the showdown that I did. Apart from that, I haven't really been doing a lot in the city, so I wanted to get something up and ready for you guys to be able to see. So just detailing the front of this cemetery now, and as I'm going through my asset list and finding a lot of items that I really like and really want to use, I'm just popping them all to one side. This is something a lot of YouTubers do, a lot of city builders do, to don't forget what you've seen and what you might need. And I look at these things and I'm like, oh, that's gonna look nice, I might need that. A lot of it, I'll be honest, I don't really tend to use there, but I do put them aside just in case. I go for quite a simplified look on this graveyard. Lots of rows of graves. It's very untamed, it's very old, it's not really looked after, but then I end up putting like a nice feature in the middle to kind of give it something to, I don't know what the word would be really. I want to say to make the graveyard pop, but it's a graveyard, so you don't really want it to be a tourist attraction. But it just makes the graveyard feel a bit more welcoming to the people coming here to mourn the loss of their family members and stuff like that. I am very much aware that this has been quite depressing so far, so I do apologise. But I'm starting off with the graveyard, getting out of the way, and now I'm moving to the rest of the town there, and building up that little suburban area, I suppose you can call it, and get that looking nice. So what I'm going to do now for a little bit is I'm going to leave you to a short time lapse of me finishing this area, and then some cinematics to end it with. I hope you really enjoy it. I'm going to play about a PO here, and this area looks nice when it's done, at least I think so. And I'll talk to you once it's over. Thank you. So welcome back. I hope you really enjoyed what I just did there in the cinematics. I thought the place looked absolutely lovely. A bit of rough ground there as well, just makes it look really nice. Now what you're seeing on screen is I am aware these are Chinese buildings, but they look so nice. I do use them a few times in this area. I built like a really nice temple area and garden. Yes, I know they're Chinese, but man, they're phenomenal buildings, and I do use them a lot in the city just because they look nice. This is an inspired city, remember. It's not a 100% replica, so I think I get away with it. Now what I'm doing here is I previously put a load of buildings to one side that I like the look of, that would go well here. So we've got some rural shops, some old style stores, some houses, that type of thing. And I'm going to start sticking them around now to start doing what I spoke about before, where I've got those little alley streets as well. So I've already put one in here. I do PO these buildings and then put some service blocks in them so they do function as actual buildings, but I put them on the pathway and I don't want them to get garbage in them. As they start putting garbage outside the front, they don't get dealt with because the garbage trucks AI isn't the best in this game, and they don't tend to go down the little alleyways there, so I had to improvise a little bit. Also putting down a few little old hotels and ryokans and stuff like that, as obviously ryokan is an old Japanese traditional hotel. So I'm putting a few of them down here where I'm going to put another little street. Now this little street, unlike the last one, actually has a road, as you can see there. Just that way it functions properly. Now I'm doing with another train station. I do like my train stations here. I'm putting them so close together, and I know a lot of people might complain about that. Going, you've just got a train station just around the corner. You do, yes, but in Japan, there are a lot of train stations around. Granted, they're usually metro, and I will put metro into the main city, but on the outskirts where I am now, there's not going to be so many of the giant train stations and metro lines. We're just putting these little local style stations down. I do go back and decorate that a little later on, and I found that it just turns out so nice. I'm really happy with the way it turns out in the end. So here I'm trying a few different things. I love that little Lawson store there. I think it's by Ronex, but it's empty inside, so I tried to put another building on top to kind of make it look like it has something in there. It just didn't work, so I just removed it. I'll come back and think of something later on. Now using those traditional Japanese houses, and man, they do look nice. The walls are so nice. It saves me building them myself, and it just fits so nice in this little area. So snug, and you've got a couple without the walls around it. I put them around the down the side of the road here as well, and they just look so nice. Breaking up with more the sort of newer style builds. I say newer, they're still really old, but they're more square front, flat surface, shop signs, that type of thing. So. But they do look nice, I find. At least I think so, and I hope you do too. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to detail up this area, make it look sort of really good in my view here. I love this little wall. Anyway, I digress quite a lot. So I'm just going to leave you here now while I pop down a few buildings, and I'll be back in a moment. So what I had here, and I find I hate this a lot in the city here, is I have a lot of weird shaped spaces. Japan doesn't really use a grid system outside of the major cities, and even in the major cities it's a little, not necessarily American style grids where it's just rectangles and squares and blocks. This is more, they're quite fluid, and they go around corners and they bend, etc. So you get a lot of random sort of shapes here, like this little triangle. It's really difficult to find something to fit in there, so I end up putting like a nice little shrine in there. I think it really works. This is the mental health shrine. It goes behind all the buildings, and then you can also get through the other way as well. It's just a nice little shrine, a little statue, and somewhere for people to come and pray and do whatever they need to do to help with their mental health. If they're studying for an exam like myself, or they're looking for that promotion and they need something to help them get by. Okay, so I'm just going to finish detailing up this area, and then I'm going to show you some cinematics of it. It does look really nice, especially when the sun comes down, it gets a little dark. There was this really strange sort of like glitchy thing going on when you're looking down the alleyway, and the shadows sort of suddenly flashed like a strobe. I don't know why it did it. It's never done it again since, but yeah, I couldn't be bothered to go back and re-record, I'll be honest. But it does look really nice. Really hope you enjoy. See what I mean there? It looks so nice in the night time when the sun comes down and it lights up. You can't see so much of the actual statue and shrine, but the lighting effect's so beautiful. I do like it. Now I'm just doing the front of this riverbank now. I go through a few little iterations here. I start putting down some buildings I don't like, so I change them and I toss them out for different ones. But by the end of it, I'm quite happy with the overall result. I do go behind later on and I start putting in some fences with some aircon units and stuff like that. Japan has a lot of air conditioners attached to all their buildings, so you know, I'm going to add that in there, as well as billboards as well, so they're pointing towards the other side of the street and the other side of the river, so people going past on the train got something to look at as they look out their window, instead of just industrial backings that don't look that nice. I think they look nice, but then I built them, but you know, to anyone going past, they're not really going to enjoy that. Finally getting to use my little sweet shop building here. It does really fit in this area quite nicely. Put some vending machines and some parking behind it. I don't know, you tell me, but I think it really fits in this area quite nice. And I do like the building. It took me a while to do. I've got some more buildings that I'm currently doing to go up on the workshop when I finish them. I've also got the supers as well. Stupas. Yeah, I think that's right. I've only just learned the word because I was told on Twitter what it was they were actually called, but they will be going up soon. They're little wooden planks that go behind the graves. I'll be getting them up soon, as well as a few other little bits and bobs that I made. I'm also making like a nice book office store as well, which will go in the main city, stuff like that. So that'll all be going up on the workshop once I'm completed with it, and once I've actually placed them down in the city as well. So you'll get to see them before, and I hope you like what I'm doing, because I'm putting a lot of effort into the city, making my own custom assets to kind of fit with it, and you know, build what people haven't done yet, so I can kind of make the city look my own. And it's a lot of effort and a lot of work, and I really hope you do appreciate everything that I'm putting in for this for you. I love it, and that's why I keep doing it, but your feedback is really important to me. So if you'd like to leave a comment down below and let me know how you feel about this and the direction of the show, if you want me to do something different, maybe mix it up and add something a little different into the city, please let me know. I'll be more than happy to look into it and see what we can do. Please bear in mind that I am about 12 episodes ahead now, because once I got back into the city, I just could not stop building, and I've got some really cool stuff coming up, like big castle build, which is actually a 2-part episode because it's so big, and stuff like that. So yeah, there's a lot coming up. I also, next episode, I'm doing things like the rice fields and the little town villages and that type of thing, and they look so good. If you ask me, I mean, I'm going to say that I built them. I really enjoy what I do, but I hope you like them too. If you do, please leave a comment and a like. And if you're new here, please click that subscribe button and a little bell notification. It really helps a lot. You'll get notified when I upload another episode, because like I said, I've got 2 I'm doing now, and they'll be going up 1 today, hopefully. Well, definitely today because you're listening to it, but that'll be Saturday. I hope you really enjoy it. So as you saw there, I just used those new door props from the workshop by Red. They're absolutely amazing, man. Thank you very much for making them. We don't have enough, so they're fantastic. I'm going to use them everywhere, in every city I've ever built. I'm going to start sticking them around. I love them. They're fantastic. All we need now is some really nice window props. Hint, hint, mate. Windows, hint, hint. Maybe. We'll see. Hopefully he watches the video and he goes and makes me some windows. Make them Japanese if you could, buddy. That'd be great. Thank you. Anyway, I'm going to leave you here now where I just build up this little area. I'm just putting down some residential. It's stuff we've all seen before. I thought about cutting it because I ended up cutting quite a lot from this video due to the length. I mean, this video is around about 36, 37 minutes as it is, so I didn't want to keep it too long, but, you know, I felt like I kept this bit in because it is quite a big chunk of the city. Hope you enjoy, guys, and I will see you a little later on. Okay, and we're back. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start putting the schools down. So I'm going to put 2 schools down. I'm going to put the first school down, which is like an infants or reception, depending on where you are in the world. Primary, not primary school, preschool, depending on where you are. And now I'm going to do this one here. This one is a private school, so it's called the West Private School. You'll see in the cinematics, it's different to what I actually build here. I didn't have a few assets that I needed for it, like a football pitch and stuff like that, or soccer pitch, depending on where you are from the world again. So what I ended up doing is I ended up putting it down. I put this nice little building here. I do like the way this looks, but I go back in and I change a lot. I change the fences, the walls, I put the pitch down. By the end of it, it does look a lot better, I'll be honest. I was quite happy with this, and then I kind of sat back and I looked at it and I thought, you know what, no, I'm not. I hit up Google Street View, looked at a few rural schools and stuff like that, and I thought most of them have pictures in now. I don't really have the space to put it alongside this building, so I'm gonna have to stick it in the front here in the front court area, and so I end up going back in and downloading it. So now what I've done is I'm doing the preschool or first school area. This is a lot simpler. I'm just going to put the building down. Lovely new building off the workshop. Absolutely fantastic. Whoever is making these, man, you got my thanks. I absolutely love it, and I apologize, I don't know who it was. I forgot to look it up before I started recording this, but a phenomenal building. Again, using those fences that I use so many times around here, these nice wooden fences, they do fit, so why not keep using them. And at the back of it, I'm just going to put some play school stuff down. So you've got some climbing frames, slides, swings, that type of thing. Kids come here, they're going to have playtime as well as, studying as well. So you've got a nice bit of open space as well they end up using. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to put a few buildings down and build up this area. So it's quite a repetitive system, so I'll leave you to watch this short time lapse. One thing I do actually find quite annoying is I have to use this ploppable, I'll get it right eventually, ploppable asphalt to cover up some of the areas here. I can't find a like a theme that has that colour for the pavements and stuff like that, so I have to use that, which does increase my prop limit, but I'm POing most stuff anyway. Currently sitting at 17,000 plus. After I did the cemetery, I went up to about 26,000. So yeah, quite a lot there. But yeah, I keep going. I would PO the asphalt, but for some reason I've got that glitch where whenever I PO a surface, when I reload it disappears and I have to redo it again, and I just can't be bothered with it. I'm already suffering with the glitch in the painter mod where I have to repaint everything every now and then. Okay, so now what we're doing here is I'm just filling up this odd shaped space again. I decided to put some residential here, and I stick a little car park in this area, and then I end up turning the front of these buildings here into a Dotor coffee. Hope I said that right. I can never pronounce it, but it's the best coffee place in all of Japan if you ask me. I absolutely loved it. They do this really nice cake, so soft and melts in your mouth. Anyway, this isn't a food channel, but if you're in Japan, visit Dotor. I often spent many a time in the one in Shinjuku, just by the train station, because it was right by my hotel, and I absolutely loved the place. So I had to build it here, and I found these nice buildings here. These aren't Dotor coffees, but I do have the signs and the billboards and stuff, so I turn it into it. And yeah, I would drink coffee there if it was me, but I'd drink coffee anywhere with a Dotor sign on it. So enjoy the rest of the build, guys. Okay, so here I am now doing that short little shopping alley type place. It's more restaurants like ramen joints and stuff like that. It takes me a while to get this to work the way I want it, because the road, too many cars going down, so I have to ban everyone in the end. But I'm like, oh, I need emergency vehicles. Then I keep getting random visitors coming in on their vans and dropping people off, and it just took a while to get working, but by the end of it, it does work and it does function the way I want it. People come down there at night, they're shopping, they're buying their ramen, because every night in Japan, you've got to end it with ramen, because that's just the law. If only, eh? I do like my ramen, I'll be honest. Here, I'm putting a load of benches outside the shops. Now, you might look at this and think this is a bit weird, but this is very common in Japan. There's always queues for these joints here. People find their favorite ramen shop and they don't go anywhere else. So there's always queues. In Japan, they're very courteous, they're nice, unlike a lot of the Western society where they just don't care about their people. In Japan, they really do. So they give you benches, somewhere to sit while you're waiting, and you know, be able to relax a little bit while you're waiting for someone to come out and go, hey, your turn, and you come. Again, another odd little space here. I just ended up filling it up with vending machines, random signs, a water fountain, and some billboards as well. I also found this really nice little fire hydrant sort of props. They look amazing, so stick them in there as well. Just going around now, filling out the signs. I want to make the street look like it's actually quite busy and there's a lot going on here, so I'm putting a lot of like menu signs outside shops, because you see them a lot in Japan, the flags, other little billboards and stuff like that. I liked that area so much that I felt that it just needed its own set of cinematics. So nothing else in it, unlike the others, which have different areas. More like the Door Coffee one, where it's just that one build. I absolutely love it. Again, like I said, about 20-30 times so far in this video, I'm just filling up little areas here where I've got space and I just don't know what to do in it. So here, just some parking, 2 little parking spaces, nothing major, nothing big. Again, I'm going to set some vending machines in because vending machines are everywhere in Japan, and like I said in the previous video, to me that's one of the best things. I absolutely love the vending machines. Convenience, you can't ask for more than that. People go, oh, I've got a little convenience store down the end of my road, but hey, I've got a vending machine outside my house, so jog on. Here we're using those Chinese buildings again. I think they're from Beijing, but they look amazing here. I built this Serenity Garden sort of area. It's got a little shrine outside the front of it, and it does look fantastic. Again, the cinematic for this is just on this little bit. Although I build a lot more around it, you can see I'm popping a few more houses and a few more buildings around, and some shops and stuff like that. That is it. A lot of people mentioned before in a few of my posts on Twitter and Facebook and stuff is the railroads. I don't use the Japanese crossings. I do now. I end up actually using them as props because the rail replacement mod, along with the Japanese one, doesn't work on railroads coming in at angles. It ends up putting 2 lots in there, and it just looks, honestly, it looks awful. To the point that I actually unsubscribed to the mod, and I do apologize to you guys. You do a great job, and it is fantastic that you can actually make this stuff, because I can't. All I can do is assets and build a nice looking city. At least I think so. But yeah, I end up taking it out. So what I end up doing is later on I go in and I PL a load of them, stick them there. They always stay up, but no, it does the job for me. Okay, so I'm just doing a little bit of filler here now. Stick some shops down, a police station, that type of thing, just to fill up some space, along with a nice shrine that goes back across the railroad. But also the cinematics are coming up, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this episode. I've enjoyed having you here, and I hope you enjoyed this as much as I enjoyed building it. Like every episode, I absolutely love doing this. It's why I keep going. If you're new to my channel and you've enjoyed the content that I've done, please leave me a subscribe and hit that bell notification so you're notified when I upload another video. And if you are regular here, again, click that bell notification if you haven't done. Over 59% of my viewers are not subscribed. They come back every day, watch a new video, but don't press the subscribe button. So please press that subscribe button, help me out a lot, and I'll be greatly appreciative. Also, leave a like and a comment down below. Check out my workshop page for some more assets, and if you have enjoyed everything I do and you enjoy the assets I make as well, please click my buy me a coffee link and leave me a pound. It'd be greatly appreciated. Thank you very much for joining me today in Kyū shigai, guys, and enjoy the rest of your day.